Well, we ended up the video, so sorry about that. We're gonna do a part two, which is basically the same thing. But if you watch part one, please watch part one because it doesn't gonna make sense otherwise. But you just hear what she said, and it's not a plan. I didn't plan this, right? So rice has a lot of importance in a lot of countries. It's one of those greatest meal. It's very rich. It's very it's a lot. My father, once again, bless his heart, we tried to do it, and I mentioned this yesterday. My father was um was a simple man. Okay, my father he put in front of him baked potato and a piece of ham. I'll be happy. My father, if it's good for me, it's good for my son. So the number of time we ate either lasagna, soup, which were both delicious, baked potato and ham, really really good. I ate that for 2 3 years while they were my parents were divorced. Right, and I'm grateful my father tried. I'm grateful, but those meals were it's tough to say, but I was I had too much of that. I was sick of it. See, so when I came to the apartment, my father says, "I know you really liked." It's kind of nice because me and my father, and this is again, it's not something we talk about a lot, but there was a core period of time where it was only me and my father, and I have very fond memories of it. Um, and he has fond memories of it. And my father was very it was a boys, which was nice. But my father, he had me 12 days out of 14, so he didn't have any time for dates. He was working, was taking care of me, you know. So it was tough for him, but still fond memories. And when I moved to the apartment to help out, this is classic my father. To help out, my mom she gave me a shit ton. My mom she gave me a microwave. She gave me her old TV. She gave me chairs and a table. My father was more like, hey, Ink, you need to grow up. You're gonna be an adult. You live in your apartment. You need to get up. You get for yourself. My father, actually, it's such a funny story. My father gave me plates. I swear to God, I wish I was joking, but he gave me that plates, utensil. Okay, he brought me cup. He gave me cup, and he gave me a bag of rice to start me off. He said, and it meant a lot to me because, like I showed you, my father gave me a recipe. He gave me a couple of recipes. One of them was for the rice. Give me a pancake recipe. Which, when you look at them, when you look at the recipe as a whole, the little booklet he gave me, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But it was meal when I grew up, right? Rice was one of the first things that I ate in the apartment. I didn't want to cook. I didn't have money to cook. So what I would do once again. I told the story many time. When I was dead broke, dead broke. It was ramen. It was peanut butter. And it was rice. But rice was this meal that I really enjoyed. I would look up a rice a day, and even then, a bag would last me. A bag would last me for a while. You know, it was important because I didn't have the cash to buy really nice food. See, it's weird because I'm just talking about how my father was a very simple man. But I'm a very simple man. I'm the weird kind of guy. I'm a very weird kind of guy where I'm gonna eat a meal. And what I don't like, I don't mind, but I do prefer when you serve me something, when I'm eating something, it's the same thing. So, for example, a lot of people would say, hey, you know, chicken wings. You can do half a bag of chicken wings, put some rice, and then next day you do the same thing. No, I don't like that. I prefer eating a day of rice and a day of chicken wings because I think it's better. It's the way I am. So rice, super important to me. And it saved my ass. It saved my ass multiple times. When I look at it, it was a... See, I mentioned this in the video. Where I talk about... I'm sorry I'm getting emotional, but it's an emotional moment. And here we are playing a video game. I do like that because you're having this. People are listening to this, which is good. But I do like that because you're having me talk and the gaming channel, the normal channel. This is very emotional. Give me a sec. I'll make sure that's okay. I have the time. Those financial hard time. I was the guilty guy behind it. I was the guy behind it that wasn't working as hard as it should be. I was a guilty guy. I was the guy that was guilty of being lazy. And those hard time, I could have at any time said, you know what, fuck your hard time. I could have worked, but I was stubborn and being those hard time. I was like, I'd rather be hungry, rather eat rice, rather eat ramen, than get a job. And there's a place in time where you just lost a job, or you just fired, or you just quit a job, right? Ooh, level 55, baby. Level 55. We just won. Nice. It's gonna give me a sec because we have to do this also. And we're back on Art Night. So now we do have enough to increase both. I don't know if I can increase Fang rank. No, I can't upgrade it. Okay, but I can upgrade Wisadel. And I'm going to be upgrading Wisadel a shit ton. Now, you guys saw that we had... Oh, that's good, dude. That's good. That's really good. We're not gonna do that because, no. Look at this. She's beautiful. I don't really like Siege the way she looks. There's a lot of them that I don't really like the way they look. But Wisadel, she looks good. My Big Gummy looks good. They look good. Lamag look good. Vanilla looks good. Lapland looks great. Fang looks okay. Reed looks amazing. Logos, I'm not a fan of how he looks. I'm sorry. I know I could do that. Okay, so we'll do two more. We'll do two more and then we'll do experience. 2. It's a shit thing that Wisadel is unable to attack in the sky. And sorry, back to the mukbang. Oh shit, I need to do it again. I forgot I do this once a day. No, I don't want to quit. Because I have 2 of those. I have 2 of those. I have 2 of those. Nice. And we're back. Finally back. Sorry about that. The continents get loose, so it's not a big deal, but it's annoying. I told this story. This is very, very emotional for me, once again. But I told this story before. And the story was about how, as a kid, I didn't have a lot of... I told this story about 2 weeks ago. And I didn't have a lot of human interaction. I didn't have a lot of people saying, yo, I didn't have enough adversity. And when you don't have a lot of adversity, you're convinced that you're right. So I convinced myself that the best thing I could do with my life was staying home, playing games, having fun, discovering who I was. Now, technically speaking, was it the best thing? I don't know. I still think that no matter how bad it looks, no matter how bad it sounds, it was part of... It was part of me growing up. Even how, it doesn't matter how wrong it was. Like we did a video this morning about addiction, talking about cigarettes, about gambling, about alcohol. Even if you're addicted to something, it's part of you growing up. It's part of your journey. Maybe working was the right solution, but it was part of my journey. The person I am today is thanks to those years. The person I am today it's because of those years. You see the mentality here. You see the mentality. It's very different. Because of those years, I'm like this, or thanks to those years, I'm like this. Thanks, positive. Because negative. Right? Super simple. And I have no regrets. I have no regrets. But those hard years really taught me a lot. I was sick of eating ramen. Not because it was not good, because it was dirt cheap. I was sick of eating peanut butter. Peanut butter was a whole story. Peanut butter, it's a fucking story. Because I ate too much peanut butter, and I got sick of it. But really bad. For the last maybe 6 years, 7 years, couldn't touch peanut butter. One meal never changed. That was rice. But no matter how bad it was, no matter how much I ate of it, I grew up in it. And see, it doesn't. It's very hard because, in one way, you're like, to me, rice, and I mean that positively, is a cheap food. Let's put a negative spin. Let's put a positive spin on it. It's very affordable food. It's a good thing. Wine, water, Monster, and sweetener. There's too much wine though. Too much wine. Too much wine. So yes, a long story short, it's a very affordable food, and because it's a very affordable food, but it's also act as a comfort food. See, to me, right? In particular, lasagna. Fun fact about lasagna. Fun fact. That is a true story. I used to do the grocery shopping at Dollarama. Or maybe Americans call it Dollar General, but it's basically a dollar store. And I would get everything there. I would get what? Let me think. I would get my ramen. I would get my soup. Ay. What's up? Ah, fuck. If I stop, you're not gonna hear me. God damn it. Sorry, guys. I used to shop here. And fun fact about this, I used to shop for nothing. And one of the meals that I really, really enjoyed was Chef Boyardee. They would serve like a kilo, and I swear to God, they would serve you a kilo of ravioli. A kilo. And it was $2. Super cheap. There's also this meat sauce that they would do with spaghetti sauce. So what I would do is I would use this to elevate other plates. It was still cheap, you know. I used to have. It's funny. That's actually not funny because it's actually quite sad. But I used to. Okay. I have to do this. No, I have to do him. Nice. I know it was you. Good. Perfect. We did one level, which is great. How can I say this? When I started working, right? When I started working, I did the craziest thing, and the craziest thing, you know what it was? I would still eat the rice. But instead of eating it raw, or not raw, sorry, but with no flavor, what I would do, I was crazy about rice. You want to know how crazy I was about rice? I told you the story before. What I would do is ramen fucking saved my life more than rice. I'm sorry to say, but they saved my life more than rice. So what I would do is, I told you before, what I would do is I would buy 6 packs a day. 6 packs a day. I knew it was 30 days. So I was like, okay, well, I'll buy 90, right? And no, that's 100. I think I was buying like 100, maybe 100, maybe 90. I don't know, maybe 90. But the interesting part was 25 cents, and I wouldn't buy ramen. Of course, I would buy ramen to eat them, but I would buy ramen for the sachet of flavor, for the sachet of flavor. So what I would do, I would do 2 packs of ramen, and I would do 1 pack of flavor. So the other pack, what I would do rice. I had the number of time that I ate a bag of rice, and I put some sachet of beef bouillon, beef powder, and it was amazing, and it was elevating. My soup, I would do the same. The soup. I grew up eating 2 soups a lot. Well, 3 soups. So the first one was cream of chicken. Cream of chicken was actually really, really good. Me and my father, we loved it until my father realized how much salt there was in there. Like, no, Stefan, can't eat that anymore. I'm like, Papa, I like it. I love it. Sorry, can't eat it. Okay, no problem. Then we started eating cream. I think it was cream of celery, which I fucking hated. Then I discovered cream of mushroom, which completely changed my life. It was one of the best soup I've had. So what I would do, pick a bag of powder from ramen, and I would do that. If you want a really cheap, really, really, really cheap way to do food, you know what you want to do? You're gonna take you're gonna take a bag of ramen. Maybe take 2. That's what, $1.50. You're gonna cook it. You're gonna boil it, right? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take soup, cream of tomato soup, yeah. And you'll add what you want. You'll add salt. You'll add beef bouillon. You'll add chicken bouillon. Yep, chicken cubes. You'll add them in there, and it will give you like a spaghetti, which is super cheap. And yeah, that saved my life. And I remember when I was working, which is really good. Thank God. You know what I did? Started living fancier. You know what eating fancier was? Adding olive oil. I swear to God, I wish I was lying. Adding olive oil to the rice. Yeah. Yeah, that's the craziest thing. But rice was a huge part of my life. And I'm very, very thankful that I had this. Do I wish I had something else? You know what? It's a shame because this food, and that's why I'm doing this video. That's kind of why I'm doing the video for cereal. That's kind of why I'm doing the video about peanut butter. You become kind of not necessarily ashamed, but I think embarrassed is a good word. Fuck it, then accomplishing nothing in life, right? See, I get called. This is something I don't share a lot. I get called a loser a lot. I get called a loser very often. Because I'm 21 years old, I don't have a stable job. I live in a small apartment. I don't have a family. And to a lot of people, I'm a loser. And that's fine. That's completely fine. But, of course, you're talking about something that I did on myself. Something I put on myself. But the amount of work I did on myself, the amount of improvement I did on myself is, to me, it's impressive. To me, it's incredible. See, I'm not trying to be a dick, but you're going to take a drug addict, right? A drug addict that lost everything to drugs. And then he's the same age as me. He accomplished the same exact way as me. He's in the same position as I am in life. And people are going to be like, oh yeah, but he had drugs. So because I didn't do drugs, I'm a loser. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But you know what? If people want to say that, they want to say that. And to a certain degree, a lot of people will not believe in the dream that I have right now, which is, again, content creation. And that is totally fine. If you don't want to believe in it, don't believe in it. It doesn't matter. A lot of people, I got a message from I wasn't going to share that, but it's actually, this shitty thing. So one of my friends, well, ex-friends, was like, yo, your channel is so good. And then he said, you need somebody to edit. I'll do it for free. And then he changed his name. He changed the name into Ink Editor. And then he told me, yo, I'm going to get you edited. He never ever did an edit. And then my channel on YouTube, there's less growth. On TikTok, there's less growth. But then, again, TikTok right now is not doing so well in Canada. There's problem with monetization. You don't get a creator fund. In Canada, it's not going really well. I got 3 seconds on my account, so it's dying. Of course, I'm spending less time on it, on TikTok, because I got the strikes. And since I got the strike, and I stopped putting effort into TikTok, and I'm still putting the videos, but I put more effort on YouTube and shit like that, right? And I'm noticing the channel is not dying, because I'm very grateful for the support I still get. I'm very grateful for the traffic the channel still gets. But there's gonna be less like, there's gonna be less follower. I'm gonna lose follower, and you know what? At the end of the day, it's all good. It's all good. And that person that was an enter changed their name, right? And then somebody else gave me a one of the DM. Because I have a pretty supportive group of friends. I have a very, very supportive group of friends. I have a very, very, very supportive mods. And a person, I don't know how they did, but they noticed that the person changed their name. So they texted him. And I don't know if he was mad. I don't know why he said that, but he said, I'm not going to be associated with a loser. And yeah, it sucks, but you know. And sometimes when I'm eating like dirt cheap food, I feel like a loser, if I'm being completely honest. There's nothing wrong with that. You feel down on yourself, right? Now, I've been posting a lot of CVs. I've been giving out a lot of CVs, and I don't get callbacks. And I don't know why, but I'm not getting callbacks. And they make me worried. Of course, I mean, it would be dumb not to be worried, but at the same time, that's part of life. That is life in itself. You know? Like shit. Anywho, I'm full. I love you guys. It should matter. I'll see you guys soon. Take it easy. Bye.